What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to the Punk Rock Review. This is another episode of Deep Cuts. I try to do this every Friday. I've only missed 1 week. I'm pretty proud of that. Every Friday we will go and we will listen to, or actually every week I will find a couple of releases. I try to do 3, 4, or 5 that are a little more obscure, off the beaten path. Maybe stuff that I've either never heard before or I've heard and haven't heard in a long time, and I'm rediscovering them myself. This week, I did something a little bit cooler than that. I'm going to show you in a second. I have a lot of cassette tapes, and a lot of the tapes that I have, I can't find the music anywhere else, right? So I devised a plan and a way to get some of them on this channel, and I'll explain that to you in just a minute. But we're going to talk about 4 releases from Texas from people that you know, and I would think that you enjoy their music. So yeah, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We're trying to get up to 11, then 12, and 15,000 subscribers. We're really moving along quite nicely, so I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you. If you want to check out our shirts, the channel shirts, there's a link to my web store in the description. Patreon, all that stuff is in the description. Also, if you're in a band or you have an event coming up, need merch of any kind, check out Dead and Buried Inc. out of LA. Those are the homies, man, and they do all the merch for the channel. If you go and you tell them you got there via the Punk Rock Review, they'll give you 10% off of your first order as well. And like I said, man, they're part of the punk community. It's a small business owner. It's, high quality, good prices too, which is kind of hard to match up with the, small business type stuff sometimes. But they're very, very high quality printers, and they do, good work, fast turnaround. So anyways, I'm going to put this on the harness, and we're going to go the other POV, and we're going to show you these tapes. And I'm going to show you what I did, because it's kind of cool. I'd like to have your feedback. Keep in mind that A, I'm not a tech guy. B, I don't have a whole lot of money. And C, I'm incredibly impatient. So like ordering things, buying things, waiting for it to get here, I hate doing that. But it's okay, man. We're going to check out these tapes, okay? Give me 1 second. All right, so please excuse the mess. My office is an absolute wreck right now. So I got these tapes over here, right? And I didn't know how to get them, onto the channel, and I desperately wanted to. So my buddy Chris said he could get them on his computer, and we could, he could email them to me or whatever, right? And I don't know when I'm going to be able to go to his house again. It may be a month. There's no telling. So what I did is I have a pretty nice little stereo here. Yamaha receiver. I got a Denon tape deck and a Kenwood CD player, but I've got these really nice Pioneer speakers that Chris Klink has let me, I guess, have, whatever the terminology is, if he ever wants them back, they're his. But they're really nice. They sound really good. I got a subwoofer, a little 10-incher in the corner over here, over in the back of the corner. I don't know, I got cables galore, but that black box is a 10-inch subwoofer. So what I did is originally my plan was to take this little Zoom handy recorder, which I got for live show recordings. It's got a line in, and my thought is I could go from my line out of my stereo to the line in here, get a high quality recording of the tapes. I tried that. Honestly, it sounded like crap, dude. I was shocked. So I just decided, why don't I set it up on a tripod? It's got a 1/4-inch thread underneath it. So I set it up on a tripod. I turned the speakers, they weren't like this a minute ago. They were facing in a little bit, just a little. I had them facing a little more towards this recorder. And I played each tape, and the first time I did it, I just tried it. I used the Stress, that band from New York, and I couldn't believe the quality I was getting off of recording from 2 speakers onto this thing. So I have recorded all 4 of these tapes onto this machine, SD card or whatever you want to call it, contraption, and I'm going to be putting these on the channel probably over the weekend, so stay tuned. They'll get here, and then Anyways, let's talk about these releases. So we got this tape from a band called Your Mistake. The singer for this band used to play bass for me. To my understanding, he has gone in a direction not so good. But this is what year was this? Does it say what year this was done in? This is pretty obscure. 2009. All right. But, I mean, you can see here that the layout was done by Give Up. I don't know if you guys know who Give Up is. Very good street artists out here. But they thank Iron Age, Bitter End, Hate Tank, Weight of Respect. I feel like I remember those guys, but maybe not. Anyways, The Burden. So this is a band that we used to really love in Houston called Your Mistake. They've got, this is a 3-song tape, Dose of Reality, All Talk, and then a very controversial song called Fleur de Lis. Back when Hurricane Katrina happened, there was a lot of drama within like Houston and New Orleans, specifically within like gangs in the hood, and there's a lot of fighting. I used to get in fights on the bus all the time from people from New Orleans, and it was bad, man. But this was a notorious piece of artwork. In hindsight, I don't know how to think about this. I think back in 2009, I was much more willing to be pro, this is my space, and you're not treating it with respect, therefore, fuck you or something, right? But since then, I've grown as a human being. I've had children. I'm just a different person than I was in 2009. But also, I've lost my home in a flood. And so, while I didn't go take refuge in another city, I understand now to a different degree what these folks went through. And I mean, it was obvious what they went through. There was footage and I mean, it was a worldwide, unprecedented flood, right? But people kind of suck no matter where you go, right? It ain't got nothing to do with anything other than the fact that people are just kind of, I don't know. My point is that I will leave this up to you how to feel about this song. Yeah, I don't know. I think we all kind of thought it was funny when we were in our 20s and we were kind of like playing that tough guy hardcore shit. And then in hindsight, I think that it's you have to have more empathy than that. Although I will say, there's a lot that goes in the conversation of Hurricane Katrina, Houston. There's a lot of crazy shit going on back then. So I don't know. I just felt like I should say something about it. Very controversial in my opinion. But aside from that, this band was fantastic. I don't know what is going on with the guys in the band. I haven't talked to any of them in well over a decade. Okay, so this was recorded, I think Ryan said somewhere around 2020. Let's see. No. Sorry, 2019. 2019. This is an old Liberty and Justice tape. This is fucking awesome, dude. Shout out to Ryan Taylor, man. That guy's super awesome. 9 years down. I mean, just look at the difference in song titles, dude. Immigrant Rock and Roll versus Fleur de Lis. Like, I mean, can you see a difference in just compassion? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's interesting, man. You got to be willing to accept that you grow as a human being. Yeah, man. I don't know. I love Ryan Taylor to death. That guy's amazing. Houston's always had good people in it, man. I mean, even the folks that come from different places, I love it. And I mean, we're dealing with immigration stuff right now with this current, president, and I just don't think they're doing it right. Dude, I don't even think, I know they're not doing it right. ICE is shady. They're doing stupid, disgusting shit. And so, like, I don't know, man. It's funny how you grow, and 16 years will make you change a lot. I'm 43 years old, so what 16 years ago, I was, in my mid-20s? That was a junkie and a dumbass in my mid-20s, dude. What are we talking about? I'm definitely a better person now than I was then. But shout out to Liberty and Justice. This is, Your Mistake, sorry. I got all, weirded out by this song. I haven't listened to this in ages. This just showed up in a collection that I bought recently. This is like, if you're a fan of, what's that band? Slapshot. If you like Slapshot, if you like early, just gnarly, fast, tough, old Terror, old Death Before Dishonor, but still like a little more punk than that, like a little more raw than that. This is really good, honestly. Like, just like objectively speaking, the music is fantastic. The personal politics, that's your discretion. You feel how you want to feel about that. But I will put the songs up for people to hear, and then you let me know what you think. Because I'd love to have some input, because Well, I tell you, in 2010, I probably listened to this and went, yeah, makes sense. And then in 2025, I'm like, I don't know about that, man. So, I don't know. I live by the motto, be kind. I try to be kind to people. I don't know that I ever thought like that in my 20s, you know? Anyways, Liberty and Justice, I think you guys know what this band's all about. Huge important parts of our scene down in Texas. Ryan is one of the most important people in punk rock, in my opinion. So this is just an old recording. I like it. 4 songs, an old like demo version of Immigrant Rock and Roll. Anabolic Action, fantastic song. Honestly, this tape is awesome. Yeah. Look at that. Ooh, buddy. I don't even know where I got this. Freaking awesome. Oh, Halston. Shout out Halston Luna. Love that guy. Ramsey. Oh my goodness, dude. Edwin. I've known Ramsey since I was like, I don't know, junior high, maybe even elementary school. So crazy, dude. And shout out fucking Empathy, man. I don't know, man. The world is so messed up right now. There's so many disgusting things happening in like everything right now. It drives me nuts. Okay. Quarantine Test Sounds. I believe this is one of the earliest Bullshit Detector recordings that I've personally got. He said, let's see, I don't know. I think the date was inside here somewhere. Hold on. This is obviously, done. I think it's around 2020. Let's see here. Okay. Protective gear worn while performing songs. Recorded live August 2nd, 2020 in Austin. Dude. Decay, Hooligan, They Hate Us, We Can't Stand Them. Little Boys in Blue. What a great cover. Damn, that's awesome. Shout out Richard, man. I'm so proud to know these people. Maybe that's why I get so bent out of shape when people behave like shitty people. That didn't make any sense. Sorry. When people that I was friends with, I don't know. Look at this. They're so dope. I had 2 copies of this. I gave one to somebody. I wish I'd kept it, honestly. I don't know that it's necessarily quote-unquote valuable, but it is to me. I collect pink stuff. Pink records. Pink's my favorite color. Just like that Aerosmith song. All right, last but not least. Oh, y'all know who Bullshit Detector is, right? I don't know, man. I'm not really describing this stuff very well. Yeah, this is just a handful of early demo tracks recorded live. I love the sound of this. It's very raw, very lo-fi. Your Mistake had the highest quality of sound on these tapes. Liberty and Justice might have had the lowest quality of sound. I don't really know why. It might have been my stereo. But those are all demo tracks, so it doesn't really surprise me. I just like this recording. This is some of the earliest stuff. When I saw them play for the first time, they had this on their table. That's where I got it. And this is before I was working with them or anything. Richard's in this band. That's my friend. And I bought it, I think they gave it to me for like $2. Some ridiculously low price. But shout out to the fellas, man. Out there doing the damn thing. All right, last but not least, this is one of my favorite things that I own. Way back in the mid-2000s, I lived in Austin, and I was friends with Richard. That's where I met him. He had a band called Career Criminal. Now, there's no artwork or anything with this, but it's in this rad case that I found. Look at this case, dude. How cool is this thing? It had like a Mormon like choir thing in it, and I had to have the case, so I bought it. But I think this is like 3 or 4 songs, something like that. But it's super, let's see, I wrote down some notes on this one because this is the one that I was like, man, I don't think anybody's heard of this before. Oh, it's 8 tracks of lo-fi, crunchy oi-core. Way ahead of its time, in my opinion. First track called Jailbird. Super fast, just good songs, like a minute long. Second track, you can hear the beginnings of what becomes Bullshit Detector. Kind of oi sprinkled with classic rock even. Richard's vocals on this are a little bit brighter than they are typically in the Bullshit Detector stuff, but I think it's really, really good. Man, I don't know. When I was in high school, if I'd have had this, I would have had this on repeat. There's a song called Roid Rage Skins on here. Man, dude, this was our jam back in the day. I had one of their shirts, actually. It said Roid Rage Skins on it. I think it was a heathered gray shirt, maybe, with red, white, and blue Roid Rage Skins on it. There was a winter weekender recently, like, I don't know, the last November, maybe, 6 months ago. And my boy Burger has a Burger Hit or Miss outlet. He had one of those Roid Rage Skins shirts, and he sold it to one of the dudes in Sikkim. I would have bought it, but it was like, I think it was either a medium or a small, and I'm just too fat for that. So anyways, yeah, dude, we got these 4 really great tapes. I'll put them up on the channel as soon as I can. I don't know, man. I'm a little curious to see what people think about this one. I don't know. It just popped up in a collection, and I was all excited to listen to it. And then I listened to it, and I think I was a little disappointed in that song, maybe. Maybe I felt a little shame. I don't know. I don't know, man. The lyrics are pretty disgusting, honestly. There's like, it's not even that they're just like no empathy. But at the same time, I was here when that stuff was going down, and I remember just how violent the city got. Everywhere I went, I was sitting on a bus one day, a metro bus, just minding my own business, wearing headphones and probably like a band t-shirt or something. And 3 of these dudes got on the bus, very, very clearly from New Orleans. You could just tell by their accent, you know what I'm saying? But they had long dreadlocks, and I didn't think nothing of it, to be honest. And they were sitting about 2 or 3 seats behind me, and then I don't know if they threw something at me. I can't remember. They might have thrown something at me and missed or something. But I ended up looking at them, and then they start going, "What are you looking at?" This and that. We ended up getting to a literal fist fight for no reason, and they beat the shit out of me. It was 3 of them. Bus driver stopped, made us get off the bus. Then they beat the shit out of me outside. Like, I fought back, but like, what am I gonna do against 3 guys that are all a little bit bigger than me? Like, it's tough. I didn't run away or nothing like that, but I just remember that Houston got really gross back then, and there was this weird thing about like people that were from New Orleans fighting people from Houston. I don't know. I want people to be, come together more than that. Maybe that's because I'm older. I don't know, but maybe this stuff is necessary. It makes you think, makes you understand what kind of changes need to be made in your life and the way you look at things and the way you behave. So I don't know, man, but I'll let you guys hear it. You let me know what you think, and we'll proceed accordingly. All right. I love you. You know that. I don't care what color you are. I don't care who you're living with, who you're fucking. I don't care who you love. I don't care what you call yourself. It don't matter, man. You're welcome here. As long as you're being cool, I don't give a shit. All right. Love you guys. Have a nice day. I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Peace.